These and other channel supporters make my videos possible without commercial interruption or awkward product placements. More on that at the end of the video. Some people would just eat for joy at the thought of all these packages waiting for them in their mailbox. Fortunately for my mail carrier, these didn't all come on the same day. But unfortunately, due to how long it's taken me to get around to another episode of Channel Surprise, I've got quite the stack here. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. What show is it? Why, Channel Surprise, of course. The show where you put it in a box, and then I say, welcome home to what is in these packages.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The first package I have here is from Tom Barber. And I've been warned that I need to save this box. So hopefully I will remember to do that once I have all these unopened. Because the next time I need to send something to someone in the community, I'm supposed to use this box. Because this box has been around the United States. In fact, there are quite a number of old labels on it. And what we have here is, all right, some Blue Scuzzy stickers. And a Blue Scuzzy Assemble sticker. All right, I will put those in my sticker box. A fine piece of bubble wrap. A quite lovely battery bombed SE logic board. Battery damage. I guess that Maxwell battery went off. Oh, look. And I believe this is another Macintosh SE parts board. Does look like there is some corrosion around the battery. I'll have to look at my email to remember exactly what was up with this board. But I believe Tom said he would pass this one along as well. So there we go. All right, yep, I do see that there probably is a bit more damage on this board than I first thought, and there's been parts removed. Yes, that's right. Tom was sending this one because it had the IWM chip on it and the ROMs. So as I work to get one or both of my SEs back up into good working order, these parts might come in handy. And should I find that I don't need all those parts, well, they may come in handy for yet another SE I don't own yet. Or might take the good parts off if I hear of someone else who has an SE that they need help with getting parts for. All right. And the next package I have is from RetroTech Chris. Now, if you follow him on Twitter, you probably already know what is in this box. Now, this will hopefully be making an appearance later this December because this is... All right, lots of good bubble wrap here. This is an optical drive for the Emerson Elite SX386 computer. This is a Mitsumi CRMC FX810T4. I picked it because it had that classic Mitsumi look that I was looking for. Now, the one thing about this CD-ROM drive is it does not like burned CDs But that is not a problem because thanks to some coffee tips, I have bought a few CD-ROM games that I'm going to try on the Emerson Elite SX386, including Dragon's Lair. And these two just came in today, so I will go ahead and open these up. Now, I bought these cheap. I didn't really care that they didn't have the box, so I'm not necessarily a collector of big box games, because that takes room. But I don't mind having some CDs for some games. And the first one I have, which I believe is compatible, is Wing Commander 2 Deluxe Edition. And Space Quest 4 for Windows. According to the requirements on the back, it should be compatible. I do have Windows installed on that computer. This one actually happened to come with the jewel case and the instructions, so that's pretty cool. So that will hopefully be some fun for December. So stay tuned. And if you aren't already subscribed, well, you better subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know when I upload my December videos. And the next item comes from Mac84 Steve. And this item, I totally didn't just slap into another priority mailbox, because I didn't open it out of excitement and then have to put it in another box because I'd already opened it. Steve includes a wonderful note, which I will hopefully remember while producing this video to scan and put on screen so you can read it. Justin, please enjoy this TI thingamaboo jig. Thanks, Steve, for not putting the other term, because then I might owe Joe royalties. Thank you for rescuing it from collecting further dust in my basement. I hope it works. Best of luck on all your projects, etc. All the best, Steve, Mac84. Yeep! All right. Thank you, Steve, for that lovely note. And in case you're wondering, this is a TI view screen for the TI-73, TI-80, TI-81, TI-82, and TI-83 Plus calculators. Now, you might be wondering, well, what in the world would you do with such a contraption? It probably doesn't help that you can't really see that easily, that it is actually transparent. And that is because this would go onto an overhead projector, so that a teacher could project the screen of their TI-82 calculator, for example. Now, everyone's probably all wondering if this works, so I will plug this into my view screen compatible TI calculator, and we'll turn the calculator on, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I will hopefully remember to superimpose something on the screen, and hopefully turning the calculator back on will resynchronize it. And I do see the flashing cursor and second mem, and we'll go to check RAM, and there's probably no way that's showing up on camera. The best case might be if I put a box in front of it, although probably not. So post-production me, please remember to show that. But yes, Steve, it works. I see that what is on my calculator screen is on the view panel. Very cool. All right, I'm going to turn this off because I don't want to waste my precious batteries. And if anyone's wondering, I do have a small collection of TI calculators. Graphing ones. All right, the next package comes from Adam McG. And this will help me hopefully get something working that I've been working on Dave's Vintage Apple Tech streams. So let me see if I can't get this open. So before I pull this out of the box, I do know what is in here, or at least the primary item that's in here. This did come out of a parts device, so please do not fret about the fact that it has been removed, but Adam had an item that the case was in really bad shape and not really in a condition worth trying to repair, because I get the impression it was really broken plastic. But Adam knew that I was having trouble getting my Apple IIe composite monitor to work. So this is and I will leave this in the bubble wrap, because that is the neck board. But this is the board for an Apple IIe composite monitor. It does include the black back panel. Whoever had this monitor before Adam got it had cut the cord off, but that is not an issue. I should be able to take the cord from the power cord from the monitor I have and replace that, so that won't be a problem. And it does look like the board is in decent shape. I mean, I may have to recap it, but it does appear as if it's in a good enough shape that I should at least be able to attempt to test it before I go through the trouble of recapping it. So again, thank you, Adam. I hope this is what I need to get the Apple IIe composite monitor working, because I have a reasonable suspicion that it is not working because one of the ICs on it has died because it is not syncing anymore. Now, I have another package from RetroTech, Chris. This one arrived only yesterday at the time of the filming of this unboxing. Since I knew it was coming, I decided I would hold everything for these last two packages, because this one also came yesterday. Because why not? So many of you all are probably highly suspecting that this could be, oh wow, this is in better shape than I thought it was. Thanks, Chris. I was not expecting. Maybe I didn't mention your chat comment when you said that you had a VLB controller card for me, that it was in box. Oh, that is so cool. All right. Well, there's no hiding the fact. This is a IDE cache controller disk accelerator for Visa Local Bus. Oh, wow. And it is in the box. This is so cool. All right, let's take a look at this. Oh, this box exudes 90s. Wow. I will hopefully remember to put a close-up of some of this box on the screen. Some of the bullet points on the enhanced feature set include high-speed Visa to cache data transfers at up to 20 megabytes a second. Ooh. Increased disk performance, where average disk seek time as low as 0.3 milliseconds. Easy to use auto IDE configuration utility. Ooh. Cache expandability from 512K to 16 megabytes. Supports industry standard SIMs for easy cache expansion. Can be mixed. Yes, so you can use 256K, 1 meg or 4 meg SIMs, 80 nanoseconds or faster. All right. Yes, Chris, I do have some SIMs I can put on this. It supports up to 4 IDE drives, up to 4 gigabytes, even under DOS and Windows. And 32-bit driver support for NetWare and OS2. Very nice. Made by Bus Logic. All right. That is very cool. Oh, even better. I have the user guide. All right, probably will not be any mystery to set this up. That looks like brand new. Practically brand new. And here we go. Here are the driver disks for Windows 3.1, NetWare 3.1x, and 4.0, OS2 2.x, and then SCO Unix 3.2.2. I will attempt to archive these if they are not already up on archive.org. I may need to solicit Steve as to best practices for archiving driver disks. Looks like I have a floppy cable and 2 IDE cables, because I believe this controller card also has a floppy controller on it, which is very good. Ah, yes. Very nice. Wow, this board is very clean. Either this was a new old stock card, or it came out of a system that was kept in a very clean environment, because this board looks fantastic. Yes, this will be a good addition for, assuming I can get everything I need, a good addition for another item that I bought using my coffee tips for December. I have and this will probably make it to a live stream sooner rather than later to take care of the immediate battery corrosion damage, which is very minor. But I have a 486 Visa Local Bus motherboard. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a processor yet, so I will point out that I do have a coffee link in the description if you would like to help me get the rest of the items I need to be able to try this out for December. This is definitely going to be a December stretch goal, so this one might actually not make December, but I will try every effort thanks to your generosity. And if anyone is wondering, I will probably have to look up and put in the description what model this is. I did find the documentation for this on the internet, so I do know what all the jumper settings are, and I do not know how much RAM came on it, but it does have RAM. It also looks like it is fully populated with cache chips. I do not know if that is the full amount right offhand. I will have to look those up, but I was able to get this at a fairly good deal, even though it only supports the SX and DX, but it does have the overdrive socket, so maybe I can finagle a DX266. But it would have to be the overdrive version. But that is actually something I'd been wanting, a nice 486. So it'd be cool to be able to give this a try for December. So again, thank you, RetroTech Chris, for the VLB controller card, and to my generous December tips on coffee for helping me get a VLB motherboard. Yes, I'm setting things on my new shelves just to keep them off the floor for the items that are good. Now, I do not know if this box has anything to do with this motherboard. It might not. But it is a pretty cool box. So I will probably hold on to it to hold something. And then, finally, in terms of the channel surprises I have received, this last one comes from Mike's Mac Shack. So yes, thank you, Mike, for sending this along. Now, this is the laptop I won in Mike's 1,000 subscriber giveaway. But it is still an item that was sent my way, and I thought I would unbox it because it is a vintage item nevertheless. And, yes, I kind of forgot what I won, but now I remember. So let me get this paper out of the way. But this is a 17-inch MacBook Pro. And Mike said he charged it before he sent it. So let's see. There we go. There we go. So it is a 17-inch MacBook Pro. And Mike, it held the charge. All right, it looks like clock is set to a date before January 1st, 2008. Sees networks, I will have to configure those. And because I forgot what model this is 2.8 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo, 8 gigs of RAM. It is the MacBook 5, 2. And it has GeForce 9400M graphics. Very nice. I believe Mike did install an SSD in this during a live stream. Yep, it has a 240 gigabyte SSD. And it has macOS 10.6.3 on it. 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I probably will... Actually, we'll probably keep it at a macOS version very close to what it is now, because I can use this to run older software. Well, that does it for this episode of Channel Surprise. I'd like to thank Tom Barber, RetroTech Chris, Adam McG, Mac84 Steve, and Mike's Mac Shack for sending me those items. They will not only help me get some items you've seen on my channel and other channels back up and running, but they'll also help me create some great Doscember content. So if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button. That tells the YouTube algorithm that you like this content so that it will suggest it to others. And if you don't want to miss the videos that contain these items, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that YouTube will inform you when I've uploaded new videos or have a new live stream. And while YouTube's notifications aren't perfect, if you don't enable notifications, then they definitely won't work. And with that, I hope to see you next time, and take care! These and other channel supporters make my videos possible without commercial interruption or awkward product placements. You can become a channel supporter too on Ko-fi or Patreon, with tiers starting at just $1 or local currency equivalent, and your name in the credits starting at $5. Ko-fi tips count too. For more information, visit my Ko-fi page at ko-fi.com/jdmcs, or my Patreon page at patreon.com/jdmcs. Links are also in the video description below.